What are the different ways in which we talk of time? For example, minutes. Say I'm watching a program, I'll be watching for few minutes, 30 minutes or 20 minutes or 10 minutes. Or if I'm watching say a reel, I might watch it for few seconds. If I'm running, I might sprint for few seconds. If I'm swimming, I might swim for few minutes. If I'm traveling, I might be traveling for few minutes. If I'm traveling very far, I might be traveling for hours together. So time is a single quantity, is it not? This is a single quantity. The idea is quite simple. It's time. But the way we are measuring, the scale that we are using or the units that we are using, you can see that it has so many different things. Similarly, when we talk of mass, sometimes we talk in terms of grams, sometimes we talk in terms of kg, sometimes we talk in terms of grams. In this way, there are many such quantities which has many such units. Each of them have many such units. A single quantity has many units. Right? Do you guess, does it make sense that there are such quantities and that there are so many ways of measuring them? Do you guys agree to that? Do they exist? Yes, right? Now, why are we making it difficult? When we already can use minutes, why are we using hour or why are we using seconds when we talk in terms of time? When we already have kg, why should I measure in terms of grams? Because it makes it easier to discuss. Not every time we can use kg. When we are taking tablets, we can't use kg. It has to be in terms of grams. When we're talking about adding salt, can we put salt in terms of kg? It has to be in terms of grams, right? Day-to-day use, it has to be in terms of grams. When we sit for a class, can we talk in terms of second? No, right? We need to talk in terms of minute or an hour or so. When we talk about, being in school, can we talk in terms of second or an hour or a minute? We need to use hours, right? So many hours. I am in school for 6 hours. So we have different ways of communicating the same idea because there are so many variations, as simple as that, because of its variation. Say if you talk about your age, do we talk in terms of second? Age is nothing but time. Age as a quantity is nothing but time. Is another way of talking about time. We can't talk in terms of second. Technically we can, but it's not convenient. See, technically we can talk about anything in any way, right? Mass I can talk in terms of kg or gram. Given any situation, we can talk about any given item in any form. But that's not the question. Is it easy and do we have many variation is the question. Yes, it is easy for me to use second for this scenario. It's easy for me to use minutes for this scenario is what we are discussing over here. Right? So the first question was, do there exist many different ways of measuring different things? Yes. Why are we doing it? Because it's easy and we need to know, because the life situation gives a lot of variations. Right? Okay, next. What are the different conversion that we are learning? What does it mean? Sometimes we need to convert rupee to paise and paise to rupee. This might not be to that extent, but this is definitely useful. Many times we convert kg to grams and grams to kg. When we are buying items, we buy it in terms of kg, right? Half a kg salt, 1 kg salt. But when we are talking about using it, we talk in terms of gram. So there are such conversions and we are learning few of them. First one is your rupee to paise conversion. Then we are looking at length conversion. And this is actually mass conversion. You might not be used to the word mass. You might indirectly use it as weight, but it's actually mass conversion. So why do we learn conversion? Again, for the same reason. because it makes it easier to use. Given a product, say you buy a kg of salt. I think I'll just go with one example. Now, if I'm using, I'll use it in terms of tablespoon. You know, we just use a tablespoon, few grams. So if I have to figure out how much of this 1 kg of salt comes for how many days, for how many days will I be able to be, this is useful. If I want to answer that question, what do I end up with? I end up with dividing this two. We convert it. So if I have to divide this two, I need to convert it and then divide actually. So either I have to convert kg to grams or grams to kg. So this is basically 1000 grams. And by chance, I'm using 1 gram every day of a salt, it might be salt or anything else. So I'll be able to use for how many days? 1000 days. Don't worry, if you didn't get how to exactly calculate or how I got this number, that is what we are learning in this entire section. But you need to know that there are such conversion, and for certain reason, for obvious reasons, we are converting. And what kind of conversion are we looking at? We are starting off with the simplest form, that is rupee to paise and paise to rupee. Then a bit complicated one, length, and then we have mass conversion. Okay, it's a very useful thing to learn, so take time to learn this.